good, big man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. We back in the stew. Feeling good.
Yeah.
Living even better. Get ready to, tomorrow I'm headed down to Miami tomorrow morning for my
Yo, you got another family out there?
Yo, I feel like I've been You know that's the running joke of my family.
Yo,
right?
son, and your laugh was devious too. By the way, we have you on wax now saying, "Yo, we shooting right now, but I'm going to Miami on Monday." So, and guess what? Today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday. You good?
Listen.
Don't have.
I have been, but this was unintentional. You know, I got reached out to by the chief and editor of Investopedia, asking me to join him on stage at Future Proof.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
That's
shout out that I was gonna ask you when you were leaving for that. I didn't know if you double booked me or not.
No. I leave tomorrow morning.
Yo, bro, can you pass my water, please?
Yeah, I'll leave tomorrow morning. Shout out to Future Proof for the opportunity.
Oh my man,
this creator put this just skyrocketed me even more. You know what I mean?
Did it took you up a notch?
Yeah.
For sure.
And not that it really matters, but like on LinkedIn, I woke up the next day, I had like 60 invitations to connect. Now, I didn't accept all of the people because some of them was people I didn't really care to be connected with, but it just goes
just off the Future Proof.
It's just the influence and like, you know, building that credibility and, you know, just showing people that like, y'all, I'm putting in the work, you know, I'm putting in the work. So, and, you know, so God is good.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What's new with you though?
I'm cool, man. Just staying working, bro. Just trying to move some pieces around. Going crazy in the sports media space right now. I enjoy what we're building. Excuse me. Appreciate my dog Ralph for going crazy behind the cameras right now, putting in that OT. You know what I mean? My boy just came back from London.
Yes, he did.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Rel and Cuddy, man. I gotta overemphasize that none of this shit get done without having them. You know what I'm saying?
My boy got you nervous.
Shout out
at the lights.
shout out to them, man. This wouldn't be made possible without them. So definitely appreciative of them. And we on this ride to the top, and we still on our way.
Yeah, we are.
On our way. That's been my theme. Like it's a song by Blast.
By who?
Blast.
You know who that is, bro?
Yeah.
Oh damn! It's me again. That happened. Second time that happened to me today.
He basically said, "I'm
Blast."
Blast. He's basically he's from the West Coast, so Rel.
That might be what it is.
That's his second home. So
yeah, Blast. I don't know that. Is he black?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
But yeah, we making some traction here, man. I'm happy to be back here.
Okay.
Let's get to this.
Welcome back to another edition of What's Bruin. Your guy Rob Bruin, Nasir Smith, Rel is in the back. Cuddy is with us in spirits. He's out in Florida right now.
Yes, sir.
Today we'll be tapping in the ladies, the CBA. New deal is on the way. St. John's. Shout out to St. John's University. Won the Big East tournament for the first time in 25 years. Shout out Rick Pitino. And NBA playoff basketball is on the way. Yeah, I'm on the way.
Yeah, no, that's facts. It is on the way.
So let's start with the top. Let's start right here. We didn't do this last time, but it's Women's History Month. Shout out to our ladies, because you said you were for the ladies.
I'm all for the ladies.
Yes.
All for it. Yeah. I love women. Man, I'm losing this one. I'm gonna stop that.
You wanna?
I love you, babe. I'm off to a bad start with that one.
Yo, bro, he got uncomfortable. He started moving his shoulders.
Make sure y'all go like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
The double S, the subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff was everywhere. The What's Bruin show. Make sure y'all do that.
Oh, man.
Gotta address the housekeeping.
Yeah, you know that's my boy's favorite line. Every time he gonna get that on. Y'all better like, share, subscribe, because this man told y'all to.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to start with this. I thought this was a little funny.
Talk to me.
You know what? No, let's just guess. All right, so the new CBA is set to go into effect for the 2026 season, and Angel Reese had some remarks on what she believes will happen if the women players do not get paid.
Yeah, it's coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more. Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to face the consequences.
Y'all got to deal with something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year.
Yeah.
The ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones the year after, they going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
Oh, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the
You need to come to the meetings.
I got to get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us, if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility, for real.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Nas, what are your thoughts on Angel Reese and many others that have to say about wanting to be paid and if the lockout tends to happen?
Yeah, so I think it's a 50-50 shot that we do go into a lockout. I actually had a conversation with one of my W clients, and I let her know, we were planning for some stuff, and I let her know that one of the risks that we need to associate, with this upcoming season is that there's a possibility of a lockout. So we need to
plan accordingly.
We need to do some good cash flow planning to make sure that if there is a lockout, that it does not affect you from a financial perspective, right? And so when we actually look at the economics of like what Angel was talking about, there's not another advisor out there that's going to advocate for women to be paid, right? Not another one.
It's just you?
It's just me.
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
And what I'm going to say to that is, I think when we look at the economics of all of this, I want to break something down to
give me the inside scoop, please.
Right. So when we think about the ownership structure of the WNBA, right, of like who owns what percentage of the WNBA, because you got to know that the WNBA has been subsidized from a $10 million annual injection of capital from the NBA. The NBA gives the WNBA $10 million every year is what they've been giving.
That's it?
Yep. And so before we get into that part, let me kind of talk about the ownership structure of the W, right?
Okay.
The NBA owns 42% of the WNBA.
Okay.
Right? So we already eliminate 42%.
We're going to set this up. We're going to do a nice little graph for the people when we set this up too.
So they own 42% of the W.
Right.
The owners, the WNBA team owners own the next 42% of the W.
Okay.
And then that remaining 16%, back in February of 2022, the W raised $75 million in capital, right, which they sold that remaining 16% in its equity to independent investors, right, which valued the league at around $475 million at that point. Right. This was in 2022. We were saying that the valuation of the W was about $475 million. And this is, we're kind of fast forward 3 years from that, right? What we have to understand is there's no way, right? There's no way for a 50-50 rev share split. Economically, it ain't gonna make sense, right? Because you think about, most people look at how the other leagues do it. The NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLB. They're looking at, how their revenue split is, and unfortunately, the economics of those leagues in terms of who owns what percentage of the league looks much different than how the W has it structured. So there's a lot of things that the W, I think a lot of players are just misinformed. And so when I see these players like Angel speak out on this, yes, I am the #1 champion for women getting what they are owed. And do I think there is going to be a substantial increase in salaries? There is, right? Yeah. The scale is going to go up. It has to, right? It has to. They signed a $2.2 billion TV deal for over 11 years, which comes out to about $200 million a year that the WNBA will receive from the TV deal.
Right in back of the pretzel bag, right? I'm sorry, nah. But right in back of the pretzel bag.
But what's to come is that people are going to, like, players that are misinformed are going to continue to speak out, thinking that there's a big payday coming, and we have to like level expectations, right? And figuring out what their value is. I'm going to also share some of the other things that have come up in the collective bargaining agreement, and then I'll sort of like kind of digress a little bit. But currently, right, if you think about what they're fighting for in this new collective bargaining agreement, the first one is increased salaries, right? So the current WNBA minimum is about $64,154, right? With the maximum of about $241,000. And this is, I'm talking yearly, right? Okay. They're fighting for increased salaries. They're fighting for enhanced working, conditions, travel and accommodations, which we saw last year. They came out and made some changes to the them flying commercial, right? They're now flying as a team on a private flight. You think about their health and wellness. They're fighting for different, health benefits, long-term benefits like retirement plans, maternity and family support. You had my girl she's from Bruin, PA. She went to St. Joe's. She was at Maryland first. She transferred. Natasha Cloud, she was on the pivot even talking about how, that they want their families to be set up long after they're no longer playing in the game, right? You even think about roster and development opportunities, right? Roster expansions. They want a development league in the W, right? That's also a conversation that they're having in this new collective bargaining agreement, right? Scheduling and prioritization, right? There are some overseas commitments.
Also, they don't have a pension.
Yeah,
they don't have a pension as well. Natasha Cloud was talking about them fighting for a pension, and also too, not to cut you off, they want to fight for their jersey sales. Yes. They don't get their jersey sales at all.
Most people don't know that. They don't get when Steph Curry sells out the number 30, Golden State Warrior jersey in the year, he gets a percentage of that merchandising. Well, the W players don't. They don't. If I wonder if people have ever actually gone to a W game, and that's part of some of the key improvements of the new CBA that they're fighting for. And so that's also what Angel has to take into consideration, is that it's bigger than maybe you won't be able to earn $1 million a year this time around on the new CBA, right? But maybe you'll be able to get an increased percentage in the merchandising, so you can make up.
It's gonna raise somewhere else. It might not be exactly where you want it to be, but your salary is still gonna go up.
It's similar to when the NFL pays salaries, where they'll give you a bonus money up front, right, and then structure the rest of the contract out on the back end, so that we can make it work. You can still get to your number. Maybe they'll give off, if they're not able to give up, because right now there's a 90, the split is 90-10.
What do you mean?
So of that 42% that the owners own of the W, right, it's a 90-10 split of that, whatever that pie comes out to be. So whatever that top number is, right, 42% of that goes to the W owners. It's a 90-10 split between the owners and the players. So they want to change that to be 50-50, but it's going to be hard to do that because there's only a minimum amount of revenue that's coming in from that category. So my point is, and I don't want to get people to so lost in these numbers. Bottom line is, there's no person that wants this for the women more than the women. Is second up is me, and and I
can I be there with you or no?
No, I got to be by myself on this.
Okay,
one.
that's fine. I'll be there. That's fine.
I'm joking. We there together, right? And so I think we just need to figure out how else can we get y'all a piece of the pie,
right? And
then you got leagues like Unrivaled, Athletes Unlimited that come in. The average salary for Unrivaled is around like
224.
Yeah, $225,000, right? Yeah. So you add that on top of your W salary. So I think there's a way for women to make $1 million a year. I think that's going to be a reality,
which is good. Yes. Which is very, very good for them.
Absolutely. We have is it Jewel Lloyd is the current highest, or is it Jackie Young?
Jewel Lloyd.
Yeah, Jackie Young though is the highest paid W player right now. It's like $550,000, something like that.
Jackie Young.
Jackie Young. I want to say she plays for the Aces. Okay, I think she plays for the Aces.
She's with Asia Wilson.
I want to say she's with the Aces.
Fact check that.
No, I'm fact checking.
They fry you up.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, they already frying me up because I'm asking you, but they're gonna deep fry you.
Right, I'm good. I watched the sport. She played for the Aces. Yeah,
I didn't say you didn't watch the sport. Okay, I just said it's gonna deep fry you. I'm not. All right, because like you said in the beginning, for the ladies.
All right, relax. So yeah, I mean, I think we just need to really just manage these expectations and really understand the makeup of all of this, because I would love for y'all to get a little bit more on the merchandising. I would love for there to be a retirement plan for y'all, right? A pension, right? There's a lot of other factors. It's not just give me my $1 million a year. It's like, relax. You're going to get paid more than what you're getting paid now, regardless. But I don't know that we need to go crazy, because then if you go for that, if you go after all of that money, right? If the ladies want to go after all of the money, then they're going to ignore the pension plan. They're going to ignore the enhanced, maternal leaves. They're going to ignore the merchandising increase in revenue. So there's a lot of other factors that the W might throw out because y'all so fascinated on making X amount of dollars per year that there's more to negotiate here. Like that's just not get lost in the annual salary. Like let's focus on the total picture, and that's why
total package.
And Andrew says she needs to be at those meetings. In her defense, she didn't act like she knew all of what was.
No, you could tell there's a few things that she didn't know.
Correct.
It's not that she just didn't want to make more money, but
yeah,
it's a process.
And they do deserve what they deserve.
No, 100%.
But it's only one season.
Yeah.
Right. It was only one season that happened. But again, this new CBA could be locked in for 10 years, so they could.
It's important that they cover as much ground as possible.
Right, because now, in 10 years, Angel. She's going to be a veteran probably in her last years in the W at that point, right? So it's like, I want to get all mines right now.
Yeah. This is good, too, because one of the people that come to mind, though he didn't play in the NBA with Tony Snell, right? On the back end, he didn't play, I believe it had to be 10 years. I think he played 9.
Yep.
And he couldn't,
it was like 9 and some months.
9 and some change. He was just short.
Yep.
So not at all for the viewers trying to make this about men. It's just the principle of making sure that the ladies understand and they get the best deal package within what they need, so that if a woman, let's just say for the women, since they don't make as much money, maybe they have to play less amount of years so that they get everything that they need, whether it be a pension now, hopefully, whether it be health care for their families. They need these things. Since you're paying us less, that could be in the deal. We make less than the NBA. Let's make sure that we have these things bundled. The pension, the benefits, the jersey sale. I need my jersey sales.
You can't be selling my bobblehead in the jersey. Most people don't notice.
Can I get 5 cash off that? Like
some stadiums don't even sell the jerseys in the team stores. It's
of the team.
Yep.
So they selling jerseys of the NBA team?
No, they got that covered in the back. They're selling WNBA hoodies. They're selling keychains and different paraphernalia like that. They're not even selling the actual players' jerseys in the team store. I've been out at several W arenas and
their jerseys just not in there.
No, you got to order online.
They got that Caitlin Clark jersey in there.
Oh, the Fever going to have that in there. And I don't know that to be true because I haven't been to the Fever arena. Well, they play at Phil Banker's house.
And it's no shot to Caitlin. Her jersey deserves to be there. I'm just saying, like,
I'm sure she had the number 1 jersey.
If a player's generating revenue, especially in ticket sales,
she's box office.
Their jersey should be in there. Not saying Caitlin Clark.
People are pulling up to see her play.
1,000%.
They're not, and they're going to be really good this year. By the way, the Fever, very good. They got the Wanda Bonner. They got a veteran that they signed. They also traded for what's my girl?
Bonner. She played on the Connecticut Sun.
She played on the
Connecticut Sun. That's Alyssa Thomas, shorty.
That is her lady. That is her lady.
Shout out to them. Fire.
Yeah.
I know y'all was looking at me like when he said the name, I didn't know who she was, but just had to register. I was going through the Scrolodex.
But yeah, listen.
It's important that this gets done.
Very important. Very, very, very important.
Anything else you want to say on them?
Nah, that's about.
You sure? I'm not rushing you. I'm just trying to keep us precise.
No, that's about it.
You sure?
Yeah, we good.
All right, so we have the real SC game. Real SC game, University of South Carolina versus the University of Southern California. Right? We talking Juju Watkins, we talking Dawn Staley, and who else they got on there right now? Damn. What's her name? The guard. Put myself on the spot right now.
Yeah.
Dang, what's her name, bro?
So
she's a shooting guard or the point guard.
You talking about Raven?
No, Raven I don't want to botch her name. Raven Johnson is nice. She's a shooter.
Pow.
She's pow. She's so nice. I love her.
Yeah,
she's tough.
Tahina Pow.
Raven is tough because she made a big jump from last year to where she is now, and she really did good.
Melissa Fuwali is also,
of course.
Yeah, she's
young Magic like Johnson in the making.
She like that.
She be throwing dimes like crazy.
And the interesting part about this is that Dawn and them only have 3 seniors this year. Only 3. So they're going to return everyone else, assuming that nobody, goes into the portal, which that doesn't happen a lot in South Carolina. Most in the women's college basketball, you don't see that as it's not as prevalent as the males counterpart. It's because here's another disparity there is that, the revenue sharing agreement between the universities and the different programs they have there, most of the, depending on the school, like the University of Georgia, for example, came out and said that 43% of their revenue was going towards the Bulldogs, the football team.
Damn.
Right? Then the rest of it split up.
That's a lot, too.
Right.
43%, that's 30.
That's almost half of the. That's
That
almost half
is
the pie.
half.
And but they're bringing the most revenue there. The rest, they got another. I forget the other percentages, but then it goes to men's basketball, women's basketball, and I think maybe even
43
baseball.
for football is insane.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of money. They only play like 14, 15 games a year.
But they bringing in
a lot of money.
And they winning too. Georgia's
The stadium hold like what, 80,000 people, 70,000 people?
Probably, yeah.
It's a lot of bodies.
I don't have the numbers, but yeah, it's crazy work.
So I want you to focus. Who are you going with? Because I'm locking in I'm going Juju Watkins.
Come on now.
You going Philly?
I gotta go Philly. Come on now. I gotta go Dawn.
Juju Watkins end up winning that game for sure. I'm not.
I don't know.
I see that. The first game is gonna be crypto, and then they spinning the block, and the second one is gonna be.
This is for next season.
Approaching. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm taking Dawn.
Both times.
Both times.
That's just because of Philly, or like is that
they're good, and she's only going to bring in another class, like another good class. I think she had like 10 McDonald's All-Americans.
That's why. I was just talking about the game.
Oh, they're going to have to play. They're going to have to show up.
You beating me up right now, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Fuwali, Pow, like they're going to play. Listen, they got
Pow's a senior, right?
Pow.
I believe she is.
Oh, she might be. Yeah, she is
Fact
a senior.
check?
Yep. Nope. She is a senior.
Y'all don't beat me up for remembering her name. I'm sorry. I've been watching the game. I don't want to say her name wrong.
No, yeah, she's
Senior, right?
Yep.
See, I'm tapped in. Don't play with me. All right. Well, speaking of Juju, she signed another NIL deal with the United Airlines. It's coming in valued at $765,000. Why is Juju seemingly so marketable to NIL brands right now?
So number one, this is a little education for my folks out there, right? Is you, and shout out to Rich Paul because he actually said this, and I'm not about to sit and act like these are my
We
words.
got something for Rich coming up soon too.
But when you have these brands that are giving you money, right, for your name, image, and likeness, it's not about what they're putting in your pocket today, right? It's about, okay, this company here, United Airlines, believes in me enough. They're going to give me $700,000. This is what's being reported. Whether that's true or not is nor here nor there. But
it's accorded to one valuation too.
One valuation, okay. Yep. Which you know how I feel about this one valuation.
Okay.
Because I just know I got players there and they got certain valuations, and I'm like,
it's not accurate.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
this is what was reported.
Okay, we good. So $700,000. You giving me $700,000, but how much money are you putting into the marketing piece of this contractual agreement, right? So what I'm saying is, yes, I'm going to give you $700,000, Rob, but on the back end, I'm only putting $15,000 into the project. So it ends up being just a cash grab instead of like, oh no, they're really trying to help me continue to paint my picture, right? Which is why you're seeing her, like, look at what State Farm has done. I'm gonna use that for example.
Oh yeah, that's been great.
So, but that
looks great.
That's my point.
It looks great.
So the money, you have to put money into the agreement outside of just what you're putting in my pocket. Because if you just pay me just to put up a social post of me using your product or your service,
meaning like we fully have to market this idea fully from top to bottom,
and that continues to help her grow her marketability, and that's what she's been doing it right. I'm not saying this is the only contributing factor, so let's pause the brakes out there, everybody. What I'm saying is you have to there has to be money that's put in. Actually, I would love to play that clip.
Run it.
That I mean, I'm gonna send it to you because I want the listeners to really understand the depths of what I'm trying to explain here. But I'm gonna play it right here.
You send it to me?
And I'm gonna just play it like this.
And I'm gonna get this away to the agents out there. Y'all can use this in y'all next pitch. When you talk to a brand, it's one thing to say how much are you paying me. It's another thing to say how much are you spending in media buys that's going to create and raise my awareness to then become interest for others.
Yep. And that's my point.
That's Rich Paul on Gil's Arena.
And I'm dropping the mic there because that's the point I'm trying to make about Juju. Shout out to Clutch because that's who represents her.
Yeah.
They do a really good job at making sure the companies are also putting the money behind this agreement so that her brand and marketability continues to rise. Because all that does is it's a turning wheel. Because once that happens, all the revenue continues to come in, all of the next deals come in. This is also what's happening with Flaw J. Johnson. This is why she's excelling in the NIL space.
Yeah, she's doing great. She has that big thing that she's doing with Experian right now. Shout out to her.
But guess what? They're putting money behind it. Yeah. That's my point.
You got to put money behind the vision so that you can fully see.
Yes. But that doesn't work
top to bottom of what they're trying to do.
Marketable, though.
Yeah, because we all know that there's been situations where like we have this great idea, even what we're doing.
Yep.
You have to be able to push the idea through with finances. I mean, it's not going to work. You can have a great idea, but if the right people are not invested in the idea, and it's few and far between, because you're going to have to generate that money from somewhere to be able to see that money come back.
The bottom line out of this point here is that if you're a parent, some sort of associate, an agent, whoever, marketing person for an athlete, and you're trying to navigate the NIL space, it's not all about the check. I understand that everyone's in a frenzy of like, oh, we need to get money. It's a lot of money out here in the NIL space, but NIL money, it's supposed to help set you, not even just about from a financial perspective of setting you up for the future, but these are relationships that people are missing out on because they're worried. They're worried too much about how much are we getting paid? How much are we getting paid? No. How much are you investing in this project that you're trying to do with me so that my brand awareness continues to grow and I can continue to be building these relationships with, other reputable brands out there and continue to get paid as well. So I don't want to belabor the point here, but like this is super.
No, it's crucial.
Yeah.
It's crucial.
Yeah.
So according to ESPN, Myles Garrett recorded a 4-year extension, $40 million per year, $123.5 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, and including a no-trade clause, which is big shout-outs to him. Garrett Myles also became the first to record 100 sacks before his 29th birthday since 1982, since the sacks were being recorded. And, since it is Women's History Month, and we still want to shout out to our women no matter what. Nicole Lynn was able to lock that in, which also is somebody that works with Clutch as well. I just want to say she's been doing great things. She's killing it with Jalen Hurts. He has an all women's team as well too, which he's been very honest about how important women have been to building his brand, putting him in the forefront, and be able him to be as successful as he is right now. And I just want to say, from your perspective, why do you feel like Nicole Lynn is doing so well right now?
Wow. I mean,
she's like a juggernaut. She's in the lane by herself.
I don't know her personally, so I can't speak to certain depths of that.
Yeah, no, just her work.
But just from like me as a student of the game and kind of paying attention to what she's doing, a lot of it is just, number one, she understands relationships. Okay, the same way you see Rich can walk in the NBA arena and have conversations with the GMs and the owners. She's doing that in football. So she's building relationships that are paramount to her client's success.
Right.
So clearly she has a good relationship with the owners and the general managers of the Cleveland Browns, because that has allowed her to be able to help clients like Myles Garrett. There's some other people that we didn't have research prior to the show.
Yeah, I know she has Jalen Hurts. I know she has Myles Garrett.
She has a couple more. They were all mentioned, but the name of the game there is like she's been able to really cultivate and build some strong relationships with the people that matter most, because that's what matters most to her clients. And so she's going to continue to excel as an agent out there because she understands the game. Relationship capital is the best capital. She's not worried about just getting money for her players. She's worried about how do we maximize this relationship that we have with this owner. Because, before all of that came out, Myles Garrett requested for a trade.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of there.
So he went from getting trade to being the highest paid defensive non-quarterback player at that moment, because we know that
It's somebody else's coming.
Chase just broke it. He got paid, so he's gonna get that he's gonna be the highest paid player.
Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
How much?
the Bengals. I didn't see. I didn't have that on the show notes, but
Really? I don't know. My boy got paid. Shout out Jamar Chase, man. One of the baddest men in the NFL.
okay, so
Going into his fourth year too, right? Fourth year.
they're finalizing the contract.
Okay,
extension,
they're still in talks.
but he will be, because it's going to be somewhere. He gonna probably get like 41. People are predicting, this is according to Bleacher Report, they're predicting he's gonna get about 41 million per
A year?
Yeah, per. I don't know how much of that's gonna be guaranteed,
Spicy.
but my point is like the relationship factors.
And he
of this.
deserves it.
Yeah, he did, absolutely. And
Bad man.
they had to pay the piper, because they wouldn't have had to pay him that had they gave him the extension last year. But y'all did what y'all did out there in Cincy, and now you got to pay the piper.
Now y'all gotta pay.
So my point in that, though, recapping on Nicole, is that she's been really good at cultivating relationships, and that's showing in the work that she does for her clients.
Something I could say that I really do like about her is I like the way that other men take towards her. Like I could tell, like when she speaks, they listen, they respect what she has to say, and she's not. A lot of people feel like maybe women, don't know what they're talking about in sports, but you could tell that she's very well read the way she carries herself, and men care about her opinion and what she has to say.
She also
because the proof is in the pudding.
B. John Robinson's agent as well.
Okay.
And Will Anderson as well. Both
Gotcha.
are just completed rookie seasons in the NFL. But yeah, she's growing.
She's cooking right now.
She's cooking.
Shout out Nicole, man.
Shout out Nicole. She's doing her thing.
All right, switching gears over to the NIL. That's 90% of why we're here and what we cook up to do. Let's tap in with Dan Hurley for a second. He explains to us why college basketball has changed and how much of his roster is currently seeking new opportunities in the middle of his season.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, let's listen to this sound and see.
Do you have players right now that are fielding offers and considering playing for other teams next season?
50% of my roster or more.
50?
50% of my roster or more is at least, considering going in the portal, if not already knows what school that they're going to.
Well, half your team is already thinking in terms of whether they want to transfer to another program or not.
Yeah, and in a couple of those cases, they've already talked to the coaching staff at future school and have an idea of what their NIL is going to be there.
The money.
Yeah.
What does it do to a culture of a college basketball team when half the guys are fielding offers for next season to go elsewhere?
Well, look at the volatility this year. The level of volatility in college sports, this has now become a year-to-year proposition. The game has changed completely.
This is crazy because to be competing for a Big East championship, to have the type of season that UConn has had, and we all know they haven't had the best season. They still are back-to-back championships, and they still are the champion until uncrowned. NIL really has the game fucked up right now. From a perspective of a player that's not dedicated and going to the school for the right reason. Mm-hmm. When I say that, me and you are both pro player when we understand that a player deserves to be paid their worth and what they see coming down the pipeline for them. But from a competing standpoint, for me, if you can't stay focused in terms of setting up your future and where you're trying to go and keep the main thing, like, all right, you're at UConn now, but you might be going to Miami next. If you can't keep UConn first right now because that's where you are, I feel like that's where the gray area is happening because you can't. I hope that you're not so focused on where you're going and the money that's coming to you that it's taken away from where you're currently at.
Yeah.
And for me, that's just what makes the game so muddy right now because we all work for money. That's why everybody's here. There are a few projects that you might put the work in and put the time in, and you might not see the money right now, but especially in a space like college and NCAA, these players haven't been paid or compensated for so long.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's tough to hear him say that, and it's good to hear that from Dan Hurley because he's at the top of the food chain right now.
Yeah. It's for the lack of better words, and I feel like I've
Wild West.
Yeah, yep, there you go. I oversaturated
I
that
already
word.
know where
but
he was going.
But it literally is. Like I can't I'm gonna find a better word for it next time. But I think it's a culmination of, hey, we haven't been paid for generations and generations of this sport, and now we have the opportunity to do it, and we're going to do it, right? And so I think too, you have to look at what good programs who are able to retain their players are able to do. I will say too that you do have the opportunity to retain your own players, right? In the sense of how, like I just said, I said you got to learn from the schools that retain their good players. My point is, these coaches have to do a better job at re-recruiting the people that are presumptively thinking that they're going to leave. Like if you know somebody, you got a feeling that somebody is. Most of the coaches, and
Let's just have the conversation.
He knows who's great.
He said 50%. He knows.
So he knows.
Yeah.
Because they talking.
Right.
So hey, let's address this now.
Yeah, let's be men about it.
Why are you considering to leave UConn right now?
I want to leave because you don't play me enough.
Okay. Now let's have a conversation.
And I feel like I'm better than the two guys you have playing in front of me right now.
Let's talk about all of that. Let's put all of that on the table, right? I think that has to happen more than just the Nas, Rob, and Rel, they leaving. They're going to a new university next year, and just kind of like going, because the portal opens on the
24th, I think it is.
March 24th.
Yeah.
And it's open for, they give you like 3-4 weeks. April, just go
crazy in those 3-4 weeks.
And it's, again, I think we're just in an interesting time, and this goes back to one of our earlier sessions where I basically said, like, there needs to be some structure around this.
Yeah, around that.
There shouldn't be you just flying around this school after school every year because you trying to get the next biggest pay. Like you need the next. All right, this school's only paying me $100,000. I need to go over here so I can make $400. Then in year 3, I'm gonna go over here and make $800. Then I'm gonna go over here and try to get, because I'm building
all
experience.
over the place.
Because I'm building experience, and so that's the point of, like, just I think you're not going to be able to build a true winner. Like he was able to build a true winner because he had his whole team came, like he had people come back the following years.
You have to build on that.
Donovan Clingan came back. He got Steph Castle to come in.
They were able to build a camaraderie.
Exactly.
And also, too, it's not to beat them up, but it kind of like, that's life.
Yeah.
You're trying to, like, in a way, hijack the process of putting the work in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be mad at you for going to a different school because you and the coach don't see eye to eye and personalities don't work.
Yep.
I feel like there's very few scenarios where Nas is super nice and he averages 25 for us. I'm going to play him no matter what, whether he comes to practice or not.
Yeah, no, that's true.
There's few and far in between that's just going to happen. You got to be with somebody where you guys see the game the same way.
Got to have relationships with.
And the money, it changes everything. But it does.
But these coaches got to understand this game is all about
nasty.
Relationships.
Yeah.
If you don't have a relationship with your players, they're going to leave. Why am I staying for you? You no longer have the advantage of I'm offering you a Division I scholarship to play at the biggest level.
So what? I could go somewhere else. And guess what? I'm going somewhere else.
You don't even talk to me after the games. You don't even communicate with me. We don't have I don't even know what your favorite drink is of choice.
Nothing.
We don't have, because everything is about basketball, but the people like Greg Popovich, shout out to Greg Popovich.
There you go. He's starting your shit.
People like him understand relationships. Yeah. And this is how he's been able to have success throughout his career as a coach. It's because this shit is all about relationships. The bottom line is, for the coaches out there that are trying to figure out how to retain players, how to get players, how to do this.
Have a fucking relationship.
Go build some relationships with these student athletes, because that is the key way of showing them that you care about them. You want to put them in the best position possible to succeed. And you're going to find diamonds in the rough out there that do not care about the money.
You are.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
So now there's a new free transfer portal platform called Players Era. And it's been launched, and it'll allow players to learn about the schools that are interested in them, the developing NIL deals, and how to accept NIL deals. What do we see as the advantages and disadvantages to this? Because, I'm not going to lie, I feel like this gives the players, once again, some more power. Coaches may not like it, but this is great. It's handheld. You can check and see what's going on from time to time. It's kind of like the car market right now. It's bad, but it's a buyer's market.
Yeah,
they're getting a chance to control their narrative. So I might be in practice for Miami. I'll check and see what deals I got, and I might be going to UConn next year.
Yeah, I'd say this, right? I like the idea, but I think a lot of players, unfortunately, right? The negotiate.
They're gonna use this the wrong way.
Huh?
They're gonna use this the wrong way.
The negotiating, starts way before the portal opens for a lot of people because they already know.
They know who they're speaking to before this even happens.
And this other school had already called in and said XYZ. I'm offered XYZ. So the number's already there.
And don't forget on this is the coaches are only allowed to reach out to a certain amount of players as well, I believe.
Right. So I mean, there's just still a lot of questions. Who's reviewing the contracts, right? If players can push back and negotiate more than the original offer that was made to them, right? And where are they sourcing the market
value?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like who deems that? Which goes back to your point. What are the parameters around?
There is none. It's just
so y'all just throwing shit out the wall.
It's vibes.
Okay, vibes is not going to get as far.
Not very far in this game.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think about the platform?
Like I said, I feel like it's going to be good for the players, but it has to be a control on what you said.
Yeah.
There has to be parameters. Example, Klingen averaged 15 points and 10 rebounds last season and only missed 2 games. So if you miss nothing less than 5 games, you average 15 plus points and 8 plus rebounds, you are entitled to $300,000. And then you have the 1% or the anomaly that we talked about. You may not play as much, right? But you're like a Bronny. You have a really big following. People come in. We still make money off of you.
Yeah.
You get the 1% deal.
Yep.
Because you're still drawing attention and bringing revenue to the team. You may not play as much, but you're still a part of the blurring.
You're the exception to the rule.
You're the exception to the rule.
Yeah. No.
With parameters, everything will be crystal clear. But until then, which we got to give them a little time because it's growing more and more every day, and the parameters are coming.
But the figures that these
they're
kids
getting bigger. Yeah. What's the craziest number you've seen so far? We know you can't say who or when, but yeah.
Like 1.5
in college.
2, yeah, 1.5, 2.
2 straight up for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not bad. You a funny nigga. You a funny boy.
Man, I mean, listen.
If it goes over your head, it goes over your head.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
See you when I see you. All right, I like that.
Yeah, it's and a lot of it for me.
And is that even being the man?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The numbers are.
It's everywhere.
Numbers are the numbers.
Okay. All right. But we could say this and then move on. This player has some type of marketing value to him or her, correct?
Oh, they have to. Yes.
All right. So that matters too.
Yes. Yes.
And that doesn't make them
That
an anomaly, but they are still drawing revenue.
Yeah.
Okay.
That context matters.
I just wanted to make sure we understood that. It's like, okay, this person isn't kind of good or whoever the person may be.
Yep. The problem is, everyone is not garnering that.
Right.
But
that's a part of the game.
But the average is somewhere between 250 and 400,000 for most. For
250?
Yeah.
Ooh.
For some of the people, that's just, I'm happy to be here. But it depends on the university because remember, it goes back to that revenue sharing split.
And this is per year.
Right. Like someone on the Georgia Bulldogs,
250 solid.
They don't have like 250, 300,000 for a non-contributing player might be a lot of money because their revenue, they're only getting a small percentage of their school's revenue sharing agreement because most of that, 43% of that's going towards the football team.
Correct.
But if you have other schools where it's like it's basketball, like the University of Kentucky, where there's the only thing that happens in Kentucky is Kentucky men's basketball and the fucking Kentucky Derby. There's no other sports. So most of that money is being pumped there. That's why John Calipari took his ass to Arkansas. There's nothing going on in Arkansas but the Razorbacks. And so that's like, those are the universities where those figures are
Shout out John Calipari,
highly probable.
Okay.
And likely.
Yo, bro, what you would have did with 250 while you was at Morehouse if you had 250 in Atlanta? Back in what year are we talking? 2012? 250 in 2011. Oh, man, I would have destroyed that. Yeah, you sending your people any bread, or you just? That's the only people I'm sending bread. I like that. Okay. All right. I just got only thing 250. That's spicy.
250 is crazy work for an 18-year-old, 19-year-old.
It is.
20-year-old.
Oh my God, booming. Refund booming. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to pivot to why Rich Paul struggles with some of the things in NIL and what he's seeing right now.
Wait, say that again?
We're going to pivot to Rich Paul while he was on Gil's Arena and what he's struggling with in the NIL space, in the NIL perspective, in the NIL space from his perspective.
Okay.
Who's helping me take the better steps towards where I'm actually trying to go. I know Gil's in this situation. I'm calling Gil every day about his son, trying to get the, you know.
Well, I'm calling him too, Rich. I'm calling.
No. He's worth calling about. So you don't have to.
No, I'm trying to get Elijah to a 360.
There's no judgment for me. I have no pride. He's that good. But nevertheless, what his parents, the approach that they've taken on the process, I get it. But again, Gil's experience based upon where he came from, the average family is not going to have that outlook on it. Yeah. And so now you have all these NIL representation groups that's most money. Yeah. And now you have to ask yourself this, because we've all seen it. Do I want to get a lot now, or do I want to get a little forever? Because we've all seen it. We've all seen a guy be rich today and poor for the next 10 years. So that decision that you decide to make, if it's me, my son, and again, I don't want to count nobody's pockets, but if I have to take a little bit less, but it's the better situation for me holistically, I'm going to take the little bit less because I know it's going to position me to make a lot more for a longer period of time.
And that's
AKA the long game.
Yep. I'd take a little forever. Then
give me 2 mil till it's over, as opposed to give me 50 mil up front.
Yeah.
Cause I know I'm giving Bev like 5.
Yeah.
Is Bev getting 5 over it? We have 45. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure Simone good. We got to do a trip.
What about the dog?
Bear owes me money at this point.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? This is just out of control. That man ain't paid a bill yet. Gordon good?
He good, man. He probably sleep right now.
Yo, Rel, why they dog named Gordon? It's a human ass name, bro. What y'all call him, Gordo?
They call him Gordo.
Gordo's crazy.
Middle-aged white man.
Gordo is wild.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's nasty. All right, let's pivot over to the NBA real quick. I wanted to tell you, obviously, Kevin Durant has made it very clear that it's looking like he's going to want out of Phoenix by the end of the season. He said he wanted to finish the season in Phoenix. He doesn't want to create any turmoil, even though the rumblings are happening. He wants to finish with his teammates, and then he's going to make his decision in the summer. Now, Houston and San Antonio are the 2 new spots that I'm adding to OKC. OKC's first, Houston second. No, actually, I'll go OKC first, San Antonio second, the Rockets third. I'm going with, you already know how I feel about OKC, but Houston, they have Dylan Brooks, they have Thompson, they have Fred VanVleet, they have Sengun, right? I think that they have all these foundational pieces now where they just drop experience in the middle of that, and they can go to that next step. You look at the Spurs, if you can move all the pieces around and keep Chris Paul, Victor Wembanyama. What?
No.
What? What's wrong?
Fox. Wemby.
Just
KD.
let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
You got Chris. You do have Fox, but he's hurt. Like
he's getting his pay key taken care of.
all right,
It's been
relax.
hurt.
Just that's frustrating. Anyway, you got Fox. You got Chris Paul. You have Vassell.
Devin
Vassell. You have Stephon Castle. You have Jeremy Scone. Shohan. Botcha his name crazy. But my point is, they both of those teams need experience. And I think KD in the mix of that, if he doesn't go to OKC is number one for me. He takes those two teams up another level. And I know the big thing is why give an old ass Kevin Durant money, but that's still Kevin Durant.
It is, and I would need to evaluate that whole situation based off of where we land in the draft.
Okay.
Because if there's a possibility for us to get our wing in the draft or another big alongside Wemby in this year's draft, then I don't really want or I don't desire Kevin Durant.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just telling you what was on my mind.
But I get it. If we don't land any of those, I'll take KD every day of the week. But I don't know if that's a need that we have at this second until we get to the draft.
Because for OKC they talking potentially Isaiah Hartenstein and like 2 first-round picks and a couple of second-round picks. Yes, KD to OKC. That's very doable. I mean, I'm getting Hartenstein the fuck up out of here.
That would give KD back his statue. That would give him a
statue. Absolutely.
OKC, because right now he doesn't get
one.
You
know what you do? I know nobody's gonna like this, and I really don't care. You tell Russ just to spin the block and come off the bench.
Russ might
come off the bench
for a reunion. He might.
James Harden, don't worry about it. Just stay in Los Angeles.
Yeah. No, I can see. I see Russ spinning the block.
What?
Come off the bench.
Remember, Russ off the bench? Because we have to keep in context, Russ has to understand you're not coming over here to fuck up SGA's motion at point guard.
Yeah.
You might be playing 18 minutes a game.
That's fine.
All right?
I want to go for this chip. And we're going to do it for
I think Russ will do it because he's a smart man.
And we're going to do it for Oklahoma City.
All right. Just saying. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Not a bad thing.
All right, so I'm cooking? Bet. I like that.
Yeah.
What are the X factors for Golden State that will make them be able to make a push in the playoffs?
Nothing.
Oh, my God.
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
No Jimmy Butler, no Draymond if they lock in. Clip.
I don't foresee them beating Denver. I don't foresee them beating Oklahoma City. And I don't foresee them beating the Lakers. So there's nothing to talk about. And I possibly...
You're talking Lakers with a LeBron back, not a Luka by himself.
With LeBron and Luka.
All right, you got to say healthy. That.
And I also don't see them potentially even beating the Clippers in a 7-game series.
You're outside your mind.
I'm just saying. I don't see...
They're getting the Clippers out of here.
They're gonna make a good push.
4-2.
They're gonna make a good push. But deep in the playoffs, that's where you're a little hairy. They might get a first-round win. I'll give them that. But I don't see them making a deep run.
And when we say deep, we mean like past semifinals.
Yeah, I mean you got to throw Memphis in there. They got to beat Memphis in a 7-game series.
They can do that.
They got to beat Houston. 7-game series.
They can do that. That might just wear them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Houston's young.
So again, there's those are those. I don't see a deep playoff run.
Okay.
Now Steph is the greatest shooter God ever created. So I could be wrong. And it could be something special this postseason, but I just don't see that being enough to top those other teams I just named.
Okay. The Minnesota Timberwolves are currently 39-29, sitting 7th in the West as of last night. If they don't continue to compete, do you see Anthony Edwards staying there to sign an extension? It's getting ugly.
This is what we got to stop doing.
Oh, talk to me.
We got to stop with this whole narrative that if we're not winning on our time, let me just get up and go. I think that era of basketball is over. He's going to sign his extension.
Bless you.
Thank you. He's going to sign his extension.
Right.
And then he could force his way out at a later point. Could, but I think what they're going to need to do is retool, because that's also a spot that KD could end up.
No, stop.
In Minnesota as well.
Stop.
Because they have the pieces to trade.
No.
To Phoenix.
No. Who they trading?
I mean, they could trade Julius Randle. They can trade
McDaniels?
Nas Reed.
Nas Reed is leaving this summer for free, which we should pick up, by the way.
I can see Julius Randle being packaged. I don't know know all of what's going to be sent. Terrence Shannon's another one because he ain't been getting that much time.
Yeah, he deserves a little bit more.
He's a stud.
But they got Terrence Shannon and Rob Dillingham, so it's a little, you got to cut that time in half.
Terrence
he's tough. He was killing at Texas Tech.
I had the pleasure of meeting him last summer out in Cali.
Bouncy.
And he was watching him work out.
He's tough.
He's
real deal.
He's going to be around the league for a long time.
I like him. Yeah.
But like I listen. I personally believe that Ant's going to, like, we got to get out of this era of like, yo, if it's not working here, you need to get out of here. No, let's go upstairs. Let's be grown men. Let's have a conversation. I'm coming to Rel. I'm coming to Rob. I cannot work under these conditions anymore. You have to get me better talent here.
You sound like a Karen.
Okay? And we're going to make note of this. We're going to document that we had this conversation. And I might got to come and remind y'all again in mid-season, right? But I need to get out of here. Listen, I need this to work out here, or I'm going to have to get out of here. Is where I was going.
Nas, I feel you.
But I don't think he's going to sign his extension.
Nas, they traded Cat. They are moving crazy.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying in terms of moving the process along quickly, but you can't be moving the pieces that we need to win and bring me back Julius Randle. No disrespect to him, but that trade is just not even. I feel like my future's at risk when you're making plays like that.
Where's he going to go?
I don't know.
Because LA is worried about Luka right now. Let's talk about all the big markets. LA is worried about Luka.
He fits in New York, and I hate the Knicks.
New York is done.
He does.
Y'all
because of Jalen Brunson. And
he's not going there. Right. Brooklyn is an option.
Oh no,
that's the bigger. Brooklyn is the best city in New York, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that I could see him
in the Brooklyn Nets uniform.
But that's if he goes
to New York.
That's if he goes to New York. He doesn't play for the Knicks. Where other big market? Because he needs to go to a big market.
He needs to go big after this. I'm with you on that. He doesn't leave here and do
I'm looking at the other big markets. Where is it? Where is there room for him? There isn't.
So no LA.
No.
What about Chicago?
Yeah. He's not from there, so why would he? That don't really move it.
Maybe package him with somebody else. No,
he ain't going there.
Ooh, Atlanta. He's from Georgia.
That's possible.
He would do that.
He would. That's possible.
But does Trae Young stay?
I think they would.
Those two don't work together personality wise.
They wouldn't.
They don't.
And
because Trae in his mind,
Minnesota wanting to swap.
Straight up?
Swap Edwards and Trae Young.
That's not equal.
I don't know if it is from a salary perspective, but
that's not
and I don't know what Minnesota would be what else
willing to do.
Yeah, what else they would be willing to get, because then they also they got to figure out the situation with Terrence Shannon and Rob Dillingham, respectfully.
Yeah, like they got to decide which one of those are, and then on top of that, they still got Mike Conley. So
he's but we're not worried about him.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay. All right.
So, yeah, man, I think Ant, stay put, get your money, and go to that GM, go to that team, have your agent. They sit down and talk about.
Stay. You want him to stay?
Yeah. Like just figure it out.
He checks the market.
Check
it out.
Mike stayed. You said they said he was the next. Like, just stay. Just relax. I understand things are not going well. Your franchise made a bad move by trading Cat. I would agree, but it's not time to throw in the white towel. It's not time to throw in the white towel. Right. They got to the Western Conference Finals last year, right?
They did, and then look where they at now.
But it's not over because they
can make a push.
They could make a playoff run.
That was bad,
depending on how the seedings, go. So,
all right. If you can, real fast, and I mean fast, can you tell me the top 5 most valuable teams and how much they're worth right now in 2025? And if you can't,
in sports,
in basketball, the NBA, and if you can't, we'll just.
I could do it. Golden State.
You know what they're worth?
I don't know what they're worth, but they're number 1.
Okay. Yes.
Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
Not sure what the number is. Clippers.
No.
No? Okay. The Knicks.
Yes.
Yep. That's 3. The Boston Celtics.
Actually, no.
Oh wow.
Fortunately. We're probably like 6, but we're not in top 5.
So I said 3 so far, right?
Yep. You have Golden State, you have the Knicks, and you got the Lakers. You 4 and 5.
Yeah. I can't believe it's not the Clippers, but okay. The Suns.
Nah. We have a coach in common.
Oh, Houston.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's surprising. Okay, Houston,
And then
is it Philadelphia?
come on, bro.
Oh, that was a joke. That was a joke.
No.
The
Absolutely.
fifth? I'm thinking about all the big markets. We done got through.
D Rose.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Golden State is 9.4 billion. The Knicks is 7.5. The Lakers is 7. Chicago's a 5.8, and Houston is 5.7.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting. I thought Boston would have made that list, but I don't know. Every time I see the Bulls,
he was about to sell.
yeah, he did. He was going to. I'm pretty sure he almost is. They were on the chopping block for it.
Yeah, but
because right after we won the chip, he went to sell. Went up, right through the
yeah.
All right. So I just wanted to say this. When we think about Kyrie Irving, shout out to him. Hope he has a speedy recovery.
Godspeed.
When we think about legacy moments, I feel like legacy moments define a player, but like more importantly, there's some situations where players become legends. June 11th, 1997 in the NBA Finals, MJ had the flu game. He dropped 38 points in 44 minutes. Kobe popped his Achilles April 12th, 2013 in the fourth quarter against Golden State with 4 minutes left. And then now Kyrie, he injures himself, and it looks like, I don't know, it's like he ends up tearing his ACL, and I feel like when he goes to the free throw line, for me, it felt like a legendary moment.
Yeah.
I felt like when he makes his documentary, that's going to be a moment.
Yeah.
Some may say, so what? He made the 2 free throws, but I felt like you could visibly see the pain that he was going through. You could see that he was struggling at the free throw line, and obviously we knew he wasn't going to be able to make it back in that game, but if there was a way for him to, that's why he took the free throws. If nobody knows that.
Yep.
Did you see that as a legendary moment for him?
I would say it's one of those moments that we will continue to idolize, as once he's out of the game. Okay. I think his number one moment is that shot over Steph Curry.
It's gonna be able to top that.
Yeah, it's never gonna be able to top that because that was for
in the moment.
Yeah, and the moment, how big it was, the stage, all of that. I think that is a moment that we will.
That's not 3-1, right?
That is 3-1.
No.
Yeah,
that's 3-1.
That's 3-1.
That is 3-1.
Yeah, I think we will remember that moment as like the moment, like you just described it, but when Kobe popped his Achilles, I felt like it was a homage paid.
It felt like it felt like something.
So yeah, I don't know if that's one of his best moments, but it is something that we're going to remember and just show his dedication and his love for the game of basketball.
Okay. All right, on our way out, this is my last one for us. Travis Hunter is on wax saying that it's harder for him to play both sides than Shohei Ohtani. Do you agree or disagree? Because Shohei Ohtani, he pitches and he hits.
Football is different. He gotta get hit, and he gotta get hit, and he gotta go hit.
But the averages in baseball are so low. If a person's average at 3.67, they're good. As opposed to, it might be more contact in football. But I feel like it's tougher.
Let me not disrespect baseball. It's tougher. It could be tougher in baseball, right? Because he's pitching and hitting, right? Because you throwing the ball 90 miles per hour, then you got to go out there with the bat, and hit a small ball. But I think, when we think about what Travis would have to do, bro, you can't.
I'll go baseball.
I'm gonna go.
I think what Shohei does is tougher.
I'm gonna say playing both sides of the football, offense and defense. That's crazy work.
Think so?
Yeah, man. Imagine getting smacked.
It's more physical.
You're getting smacked across the middle, and then on the other end, you're going to smack somebody across the middle. and then got to get back up and do it again. Like that's hard. That's hard. Before you get out of here, though, I always like to do these little.
Yeah, let's do it.
One before we get.
I kind of low key have one for you too. Go ahead.
Give me. There's only been 4 players in NBA history that have been able to record 35 points, 10 assists, 3 blocks, and 7 3-pointers made in a game. Give me those 4 players.
What's the stats again? 35?
35, 10 assists, 3 blocks, and 7 3-pointers made.
This is all in one game?
Yes.
Damn. How many blocks?
3.
Wow. LeBron's on there?
No.
Oh, 35 points.
I'll give you a hint. There's no bigs on this list.
It can't be. Are all these people still playing?
3 are still playing. 1 is retired.
Shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stumped. You should have told me to
All
prepare
right.
for this.
One of them.
Tatum?
No.
Damn.
One of them, in my opinion, is the greatest All-Star game. I'm sorry, slam dunk contest dunker
Zach LaVine?
of all time.
Of all time? Jordan.
No. He's matter of fact, is my all-time favorite dunker.
I don't know if we ever talked about that. Tracy McGrady?
No, his cousin.
Vince.
Yeah.
Vince had 3 blocks in a game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. All right. Give me a team.
I can't.
No. Oh, AD.
I said there's no bigs.
Oh, fuck. What's fucking me up is the 3 blocks. Like, cause that's
Just
really
go for
feeling.
it.
Just go.
Yeah. Don't think about the 3 blocks.
All right. Damn. I don't know if I don't even know where to start.
One of them played at Weber State.
Dame?
Yeah.
3 blocks?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dame blocked the body 3 times in one game?
Yeah.
All right, so we got Dame and we got Vince Carter. 2 more or 1 more?
2 more.
Damn.
One of them played for Oklahoma State.
Buddy Hield?
No, Oklahoma State. Not the Sooners. The Cowboys.
Kay Cunningham?
Yep.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
That he's been filling the stat sheet up crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
The last one, you got to get this one because if
you say the team, I'ma just know.
Yeah, you're gonna know, and
he's still playing.
He's still playing. One of the best players in the league when he's healthy, and you know, he's able to put on the
Victor Wembanyama.
Nope.
No.
He's able to put on he done backpacked his team before.
He done backpacked his team.
Put his whole team in the duffel and carried them.
I saw LeBron. Bugging? No?
Nah, not Brian though.
LeBron put him in a duffel.
Somebody else.
And they still playing.
He played
Jokic.
No, this guy played with Porzingis before.
Luka?
Yeah.
Whoa. I never seen Luka get a buck in my life.
This is all verifiable.
So Kay Cunningham, Luka Doncic, Tracy McGrady.
No, Dame and Vince.
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I had that for you.
That was good. I like that.
What you had? You just gonna roll with that one? What you had there?
All right. It's 5:02. After this, slide.
All
right. We could do this. We kind of could do this together, but. And Raul, you could jump in on this one if you want to. The best NBA players at each height.
The best
NBA player at each height. So we're gonna start off at 6 feet. Oh, sorry. Currently playing.
Steph Curry.
No, he's not 6 feet.
They got him at 6
He's 6 feet.
You
You gotta think about the small guys.
Maxey.
He's not 6 feet.
Fred VanVleet.
Yes.
Okay.
Freddie.
Yeah.
You know he's 6 feet for sure. All right, 6'2" now. Now we have, you just said.
Steph Curry.
Correct. Now 6'4". So we're talking. No, it's not him, but that height.
Shea.
No. Shea's like 6'5", bro.
And Edwards.
Yo. That's good.
Edwards,
yeah. Now 6'5". This could sway you a little bit, but I'll help you with this one. They won the NBA Cup last year. He just hit a game-winning shot against the Bucks a couple days ago.
Oh, he did. He acted like it was Dame time. Talking about
He did.
Tyrese Halliburton.
They low-key don't like each other.
Nah.
6'8", we know who that is. Beantown.
LeBron?
Beantown.
Oh.
Correct.
Jason Tatum.
Braun could have been there. Should be there. All right, just relax.
That's diabolical, but yeah.
6'10".
They're going to have Brian at 6'9", that's why.
That's probably what it is. That's what it is. Probably with the shoes on. 6'10".
And Davis. Yeah, and
Yes,
Davis.
yes.
And Davis.
Yes, the unibrow. And 7 feet. KD is not 6 feet. I mean 7 feet, by the way.
Nikola Jokic?
Nah, not Jokic. Jokic is 7 feet too, though. Is he? Damn, not him.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns.
Cat. Yes, it is Cat. So you know,
Cat. Okay.
Cat man. You know what I'm saying? Came up short last night against the Warriors. That was tough, but it happens. You know what I mean? So as always, continue to whatnot.
Like, comment, share, subscribe everywhere. The What's Bruin Show.
All that. We love y'all. Continue to show love.
Peace.
Love.